Hello everyone, this is Diana Martinez, and today we are going to review some of the poses we have done in the last couple weeks. So get your props ready. I have the two blankets that I usually have. If you are new to this class, this is why I usually have two blankets. I tried folding and stack one on top of each other. If you have a Mexican blanket, that will work also, or any blanket that is sturdy, okay? So I put these blankets right behind me, and the first pose that we are reviewing is called Sukhasana, simple cross-leg position. If you notice, when I'm sitting here, my legs are level, okay? So if I come down to the floor, my knees are a little bit higher, so that creates some tension in my groin, so they feel tight. So I want the opposite. Sukhasana means ease, comfort. So I want to have that sense of comfort and ease when I'm sitting here. So the same for you. So get the height that you need, and so we can be sitting in a comfortable way. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead. This is called Urdhva Hastasana. Urdhva means upward, Hasta, hands. Exhale the breath, bring your arms down. Inhale the breath, bring your arms up. If it's difficult for you to keep the arms shoulder distance apart, you can spread them a little bit wider. As you exhale, bring your arms down. Even if it's just here that you can bring your arms, that's fine. So depending on the range of motion of our shoulders, the more we practice, the more lubrication we bring to our joints. As you inhale, once more, bring your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. And from the sides of the waist, stand up towards your fingertips. Exhale the breath, bring your arms down. Once more, inhale the breath, bring your arms overhead, and as you extend through your fingertips, draw the shoulders down a little bit to create a space around the neck area. Exhale the breath, bring your arms down. Now interlace your fingers in front of you and see which thumb is in front of you. So when we do the second time, we can switch. Turn your palms to face forward and keep your wrists in line with the top of your shoulder. So a straight line from here to here, parallel to the floor. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead. Press the palms up towards the ceiling, reaching out through the wrist, the back of your hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale the breath, bring your arms forward and down, and release your hands. If interlacing your fingers is not, you feel that you just can't do it for whatever reason, you can keep the arms apart, okay? So let's switch the thumbs. So my left thumb was in front of me. Now let's switch. So all the other fingers follow. Turn your palms to face out. Inhale the breath. Bring your arms overhead. Reach through your fingertips, and as you exhale, release the top of the shoulders down. Full extension of the sides of the body, from your waist up to your wrists. And press the back of the fingers in here, press them up also towards the ceiling, or you can be in Urdhva Hastasana. Okay. This is called Urdhva Badangulyasana. Urdhva means upward, Badan bound, and Gulya fingers. Exhale the breath, bring your arms down, bend your elbows, and release your hands. Okay, so let's stand up. Let's move the blankets to the side. And if you need support for some of the standing poses, remember we can have the blocks. If you are new to the class, I have blocks. These are cork blocks, so if you have foam blocks at home, that's fine. Or even a chair will help. So for some of the standing poses. Okay, so be in front of on your sticky mat, in the center of your sticky mat, feet parallel to each other. So we have been talking about the four corners of our feet. So these four corners that I'm pointing here. So the mount of the big toe, the small toe mound, outer heel, inner heel. So like the four tires in your car that keep the car steady, here we want to press the four corners of our feet to bring stability to the legs, to bring, so we can be more in upright position, more stable. Okay. Tadasana, mountain pose. Now from here, bring your hands in front of your chest, bend your knees, and step out. Or if you step out, if you have knee problems, lower back issues, if you are pregnant, otherwise you bend your knees and you jump out. Wide stance. Okay. So So this is Uttita Hasta Padasana, extended hand and leg position. Bring your hands to your waist. Turn the left foot in, right leg out completely 90 degrees, and now extend the arms away from each other. So this is Parshva Hasta Padasana. Parshva means sideways, Hasta hands, Pada legs. As you exhale, bring your right hand into your shin, top arm up. Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. If holding the ankle is not possible for you, you have a block or you have a small support, you can use that, or you can even bring your hand to the chair. If placing the hand into the chair is not available to you today, you can bring on your elbow and you can still do the pose like this. Press the feet firmly down, use the quadricep muscles to engage, to lift the kneecaps up and to create a stability into your legs as we were in Tadasana. Press the feet down, and as you inhale, come up. Feet parallel to each other and bring your hands to your waist. I'm moving here my props. Okay, so I know I don't need them for these poses. Extend the arms away from each other. Turn your right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees, and as you keep pressing the feet firmly down, engage both quadricep muscles to lift the kneecaps up to keep the legs stable. With your next exhalation, bring your left hand down to your shin, top arm up. And as you exhale, turn the torso from left to right and look up towards your fingertips. Uttita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Press the feet down, and as you inhale, come up. Feet parallel to each other, walking or stepping, jumping. Feet parallel to each other, Tadasana. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Bend your knees and either step or jump out. Turn your feet towards your right, left foot in, right leg out. So the second pose that we are doing is Virabhadrasana 2, warrior number 2. As you maintain the extension of your left leg, with your next exhalation, bend your right leg. Arms extending away from each other, and with your next exhalation, look over your right fingertips. The top of the back leg, your left leg presses back, the right leg remains bent, knee on top of your ankle. Inhale, come up, feet parallel to each other, and let's go into the left side. If you have to bring your hands between sides, it's absolutely fine. Otherwise, you keep your arms extended. Okay? Right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees. Maintain the extension of the back leg by pressing in the four corners of your foot, engaging the quadricep muscles onto the right leg, and as you exhale, bend the left knee. Keep the right leg steady, the left knee bent, and now extend the arms away from each other. So start getting heavy, the arms start getting heavy, lifting up, and reach out through your fingertips. With your next exhalation, look over your left fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale the breath, come up, and as you exhale, feet parallel to each other, jump or walking back to Tadasana with the feet slightly apart. Observe how you start feeling the work on the legs. So they are great. I mean, all standing poses build your ankles, work the muscles around your ankles, your calf, your thighs, and also bring some space to the chest because we have to engage also our torso to stay on the poses. Bring your hands in front of your chest and step out. Left foot in, right leg out. Bend the right leg. As you keep the left leg bent, bend the right leg and bring your right hand into the floor, left hand onto your waist. Here, my arm is completely against my calf. However, and my fingers on the floor. However, if it's not possible for you to reach the floor, then you can have your block next to the ankle and you place your hand onto the block. The thigh goes back to stay in contact with the arm. Or you are here, similar manner as we were doing in triangle pose. My forearm is resting on the seat of the chair. Okay, so I can stay in the pose. Extend the left arm in front of you. And with a semicircular action, bring your arm over your left ear. From this waist, extend through your fingertips. From the left side waist, extend through your fingertips. And from the side waist, extend through the outer edge of your left foot. As you exhale, turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Utthita Parshva Konasana. Extended side angle stretch. As you inhale, come up. Feet parallel to each other. Bring your hands to your waist, or you can keep the arms extending out. Now turn the right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees. Maintain the left of the torso and the arms extending away from each other. With your next exhalation, bend the left leg. Maintain the right leg extended by pressing through the four corners of your foot and then lifting the quadricep muscles. With your next exhalation, reach out through your left fingertips, bring your fingertips down, right arm in front of you, and with your next exhalation, in a semicircular action, bring your arm over your right ear. Keep the contact of your arm with your calf if possible. If you are on the block, you still have that contact, right? If you have the chair, the back of your leg should be in touch with the front edge of your chair. As you exhale, turn your chest up towards the ceiling, and from the side of your right waist, extend through your fingertips, and from the right side waist, extend through the outer edge of your right foot. And as you exhale, look up, head back. Inhale the breath by pressing the feet firmly down, come up. Feet parallel to each other, jump or stepping. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, so now, the next pose have the components of, it is a standing pose and also a balancing pose. It helps us with the balance. So be near the wall just in case we need the support. So start in mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring your fingertips in front of your chest, bend your legs, and step wide. Now here, let's break this pose in stages. The first stage with the hands on the waist. It's called Vimanasana, the airplane pose. Turn the back foot in, turn your right leg out completely 90 degrees, and turn the chest in the same direction of your right leg. Lift the sides of the chest up to the armpit chest and draw the shoulders down. So we have the elements of all the poses we have done so far, right? Legs are extended, the left chest is lifted. With your next exhalation, lift the back heel up, pivot on the ball of your left foot, and as you exhale, bend the front leg, knee on top of the ankle. So I feel that I can step out a little bit more with my right leg, and I descend once more. So I'm now more into the classical position of my front leg. This back leg wants to bend, so I press this thigh back as I extend through the back of my knee towards my heel. Inhale, come up. Bring the heel down, feet parallel to each other. Let's go into the left side. Right foot in, left leg out completely in 90 degrees, and turn your torso in the same direction of your left leg. Press the left foot firmly down, the four corners of your foot, and both legs at the moment are fully engaged. Lift the sides of the chest up, inhale the breath, and as you exhale, pressing the left foot firmly down, lift the right heel up, pivot on the back and the ball of the right foot, and with your next exhalation, bend the front leg. I know I'm going over my toes, so I know I can spread I come up a little bit, and then I can go once more down. Now more, I can go down deeply into the outer hip. I can descend some more. So I'm not here. However, if you have any limitations, you can be on this angle, okay, of your thigh. And you can use the wall for support. Otherwise, you can come down and then create this 90-degree angle on the front leg. Back leg wants to bend. Press this thigh back and extend through the back heel at the same time. Lift the sides of the chest up. As you inhale, come up. Feet parallel to each other. And now we include adding the hands the second time. Left foot in, right leg out completely 90 degrees. Hands onto your waist. Lift the back heel up. Pivot on the ball of your foot. And as you exhale, bend the front leg. Back leg fully extended by pressing the top of the thigh back and extend it from the knee to the heel. Now we can extend the arms away from each other as we were doing in Virabhadrasana 2. Vimanasana. Inhale the breath, come out. heel onto the floor, hands onto your waist. Let's go into the other side. Right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees, and turn your entire torso in the same direction of your left leg. Press the left foot down, lift the right heel up, pivot on the ball of your foot, maintain the lift of the chest, and as you exhale, bend the front leg. Back leg fully extended. So if you start bending, remind yourself to keep pressing the thigh back and extending from the back of the knee towards the heel. Now we extend the arms away from each other as we were doing in Virabhadrasana 2. So this is called Vimanasana. If you notice my back leg start bending, I have to keep my presence of mind and that back leg fully extended. Inhale the breath, come up, hands onto your waist, and now walking. Tadasana, mountain pose. The next pose is called Virabhadrasana 1, warrior number 1. So bring your hands to your waist. We start in Tadasana with the feet apart and step out. So we will do this pose also in stages as we did Vimanasana. Okay, hands onto the waist. Turn the back foot in, turn your right leg out completely. Now, in this pose, the back heel remains on the floor. If for any reason it's difficult to bring the heel down, see what I did? I brought my blanket so I can have my heel grounded. In this pose, we want to have the back heel grounded. So when we bend the front leg, that leg remains fully extended and the back of the leg extending towards the heel, similar to what we were doing in Vimanasana, okay? So this is the first part of warrior number 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale the breath, come up, feet parallel to each other, and now let's go into the left side. Right foot in, left leg out completely 90 degrees, turn towards your left. Keep the extension of the back heel, extending from the back of the knee to your heel. And as you exhale, bend the front leg. Back leg fully extended as we were doing Vimanasana. This leg wants to bend, press it back. Press the quadricep muscles back to your hamstring and extend to your heel as the front leg is bent. Inhale the breath, come up. Feet parallel to each other, walk the legs in. So now we are going adding the arms for Virabhadrasana 1. Feet parallel to each other and extend the arms to the floor. Tadasana. Take a moment in here. As you inhale, bring your hands in front of your chest, bend your legs and extend your arms out. Rotate the upper arms up so the inner elbows and the palms face up and extend up from the sides of the waist to your fingertips. So remember, we did this at the beginning of the class, right? We repeated this while we were sitting in Sukhasana. So it's that extension of the sides of the waist all the way up to the fingertips as the shoulders draw down a bit. Turn the left foot in, turn your right leg out. Use any support that you need for your back heel. Maintain the extension of the back leg, and as you exhale, bend the front leg. Reach through your fingertips once more, draw the shoulders down, and as you exhale, look up, head back. This is warrior number 1, Virabhadrasana 1, warrior number 1. As you inhale, come up, turn to face the front of the room, bring your arms down, and pause in here. Okay? So back leg fully extended, front leg bent, the entire torso lifting up. Extend the arms away from each other, rotate the upper arms to face up. As you inhale, bring your arms overhead. With your next exhalation, turn the back foot slightly in. So see what I do. I pivot on the ball of my foot as we were doing in Vimanasana and bring my heel down. And now I rotate my entire left leg out. Press the feet firmly down, lift the sides of the chest up. With your next exhalation, bend the front leg. Knee on top of your ankle. So you have to briefly look down. See if that is happening. If you are able, you can spread your legs wider, okay? Extend the back leg. Maintain that extension from the back of the leg towards the heel as the front leg is bent. And then from the sides of the waist, reach up, draw the shoulders down, and as you exhale, look up, head back. Inhale the breath, come back, lift the head up. Come back to this front of the room, extend the arms out, and either jump or step in. Okay. But now, let's take the props that you have, the blocks or the chair. Okay, so the next pose that we are doing is called Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Okay. So as we were doing in Tadasana, the legs are going to be hip distance apart. Press the four corners of your feet firmly down and use the quadricep muscles to lift your kneecaps up. Hands onto your waist. As you inhale, lift the chest up, look up. And with your next exhalation, bending from the hip joints, you bring your chest forward and down. Hands onto your blocks. We can lower the blocks as long as the spine is lengthening. So it's not rounding, it's not pushing down, but it's lengthening forward. If this height is too much for you, you can still do the pose in here. Okay? If you have any wrist problem that prevents you from bringing your hands into any support, then you can come closer to the chair and extend the arms out. Bring your hands back to the chair, or if your hands were on the block, bring your hands to your waist. As you inhale, come up and rest in here. Okay, so that is Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. So from here, if you are not able to go to the floor, kneeling on the floor, you can do the next pose with the chair. Okay, so it is downward facing dog. So let me show you with the chair, and then we can do from the floor. So I'm placing my chair on my sticky mat. I hold the front corners of the chair and I step back. So it's not as wide as the classical downward dog, but we can recreate this extension of the size of the body, the armpit, chest, and we can work on the legs, right? Top of the thighs back, which helps me to lengthen back. And for whatever reason the chair slides on your sticky mat, put the chair against the wall, and then you can hold the corners and step back, okay? Now, the rest of you, let's do the pose from the floor up. So let's kneel down, big toes touching, knees apart, and sit onto your heels. And extend your arms forward. See that your hands are shoulder distance apart. Okay, now, as you inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Press the hands down. As you press the hands down, lift the knees up. So here we are in the ball of our feet as we were doing Vimanasana. So let's take advantage of that. Being on the heel and the ball of the feet, press the hands down, press the ball of your feet down, and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Keeping that extension of the body, the torso, lifting up towards the hips. Press the top of the thighs back and extend from the back of the knees towards the heels, similar to what we were doing in Virabhadrasana 1, warrior number 1. As you exhale, come down, bend your knees and rest.